Hello friends, it seems like it has been forever since I've done a sit-down face-to-face video with you guys. I took some time off around the holidays, and then so far in the month of January I've been doing craft with me's and clean with me's and things like that. But today, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the things that Olivia and I picked up on our monthly thrift / vintage shopping trips that we go on. And we picked up some things. I didn't get a ton of stuff, but the stuff I got was a little bit on the higher price side. And Olivia only got something from one store. We stopped first at Salvation Army. I had a donation to make, and then we went ahead and went into the store, but I didn't see anything that I needed or wanted from Salvation Army, so we didn't pick up anything there. And then after Salvation Army, we went over to Twice Treasured. So let me share with you first what Olivia picked up from Twice Treasured. So the first thing she picked up was some items that she'd seen the last time we went shopping, and she didn't know if the price they had on them was a good deal. So she said when she got home she had looked them up online, and the price that Twice Treasured was asking for them was not outrageous. So she went ahead and got them this time. They were $2 a piece, and they are pop flavored jelly beans. So she got this Dr. Pepper, and they come in these cool little plastic bottles. So she got Dr. Pepper, she got A&W root beer, she got Orange Crush, and then she got the Grape Crush. She said she had wished she had gotten them the last time, and she was really glad they still had them because soda flavored jelly beans are her favorite, which I didn't know. So anyway, she got those. They were $2 a piece. And then the other item she picked up was this 25th anniversary trilogy Blu-ray of Back to the Future. It was $15, so that made it $5 per movie. And I told her that's a really good deal, actually, for this trilogy. And this is a really fun movie. We really like it. And Olivia said the next time we are feeling super cabin feverish, then we should watch this trilogy. And I think that's a good idea. Speaking of that, how have you guys been doing with all this horrible weather? I think we're finally on the upswing of it. We went through some snow. We didn't get nearly as much snow as what just the one county north of us got. They got 3 feet of snow, and we got 6 inches. And it only is like a 20-minute drive, 15-20 minutes from where our house to this next county, and yeah, they got 3 feet of snow, and we only got 6 inches of snow. So we lucked out on that, and we had that horrible frigid temperatures, so cold. And then yesterday we had kind of an ice storm. It wasn't too bad. The roads were really slippery in the mornings, yesterday morning, but by the time Scott got home from work, the roads were just wet. And then today when we were out, it was raining all day, and it was so it just kind of chilled you to the bone. Even though it's a lot warmer than it was this time last week, that damp cold was just really, got to me. I was really chilled when I got home. But in 2 weeks time, between the time we first got that first snow and all that Arctic blast and then the ice and everything, was 2 weeks. Olivia and I didn't go anywhere. Church, we didn't go the first Sunday, church was canceled. The second Sunday, we just opted to stay home because the weather was terrible. And I went to get a massage one time last week. Other than that, we didn't go anywhere. And yesterday, both of us were like, we're going stir crazy. We're getting cabin fever, and we're like, we've got to go out and go somewhere tomorrow because it's driving us crazy being stuck in this house. So we did. We went thrifting today. So anyway, if we get stuck in the house again with bad weather, we've got a new trilogy to watch. All right, for what I picked up from Twice Treasured, the first item I want to show you, there's a little bit of a backstory to it. Several months ago, I was watching one of my favorite channels on YouTube. Her name is Liliana, and her channel name is Vanilla and Canella. She is from the UK, and I just really enjoy her videos. She's currently living in Italy. Her husband is in the military, and they're deployed there. But she had mentioned in one of her videos around Christmas time that one of their favorite stories that they like to read to their children, they've got 2 boys, is called Bramble Hedge, and it was about little mice. And of course that piqued my interest, and I'd never heard of Bramble Hedge before, so I looked it up on Amazon, and I was able to find the complete works, or the complete set of the Bramble Hedge stories in one book, one hardback book. So I went ahead and ordered it, and it's a children's book, but it's just so adorable. This is the book that I got off of Amazon. It's by Jill Barklam, and the illustrations in it are just adorable. They're just adorable. Look at the like right on the cover, you can see these adorable little mice. And soon after I had gotten this book and I had read it through, and I told Olivia it was just such a sweet story, and it reminded me so much of my little mouse village that I do dioramas and stuff for, and I really, really enjoyed it. Well, we went to Twice Treasured. It was one of our monthly thrift shopping trips, and I saw in a glass case these little porcelain figurines of these adorable little mice, and I'm like, they look so familiar. So I looked at them, and they were actually the figurines of the Lord and Lady Mouse and their daughter, one of the main characters in this book. And I'm like, oh, they are so adorable. But they were Royal Doulton, which is a very nice porcelain and china company. They make dishes and all kinds of stuff and little figurines, and they're, you know, high quality from the UK. And so they wanted $25 a piece for these little mice figurines, and I just like, I can't spend that kind of money. Didn't think anything of it. And I had mentioned it to Scott how cute they were, and if we had a lot of money that I would have spent the $50 or $75 on these little mouse figurines. Well, lo and behold, for Christmas, Travis and Olivia went together, and they purchased me 2 out of the 3 little mice. They got me Lord Woodmouse. He's like the Lord and Lady of the little village, the little mouse village. And then this is Primrose Woodmouse. And at first I thought, I couldn't remember, but I looked in the book, and actually Primrose is Lord Woodmouse's daughter. So they got me these 2 adorable little figurines for Christmas. And Olivia said, and I think they had one more, Mom. And so I said, well, the next time we go thrift shopping, I'm going to have to see if they still have it. And they did. And it was $25. Yes, I spent $25 for it, but I had to get it because it was Lady Woodmouse. This is Lord Woodmouse's wife, and then Primrose is their daughter. And Olivia had said, well, if I had known that this was his wife, she said, I would have gotten these 2 for you instead of Primrose. And I'm like, well, that's fine, because now I have the whole family. And of course, I am going to make a diorama of, I'm going to try to recreate their house that's in the book. That might be a bit challenging for me. They actually, in the story, they live in the base of a tree. And so, and their house is very ornate on the inside because they're the lord and the lady of the village. And so I'm going to do my best to eventually make them a diorama of their house and put it up in my mouse village upstairs. For now, I just have them set in the mouse village like they're visiting one of the other mice families in the village. But I'm like, I couldn't pass that up. I know it's like, oh, $25, that's a lot. But now I have the whole family, and apparently they have a bunch of the different figurines from the different stories that you can buy. I've seen them on eBay. And so I told Travis and Olivia, I said, well, now you know what you can get me. If you don't know what else to get me, you can go on eBay and get me some more of these Bramble Hedge figurines because they're just adorable. They are super well made. They just have the most adorable little faces. It's kind of hard to see her face because of her hat. But on the bottom, you can see it says Royal Doulton Lady Woodmouse. And this was 1982. Oh, can you see that? I don't know. It's probably blurry. But anyway, so now I have the whole family. So that is one of the, I didn't buy a whole lot more from Toys Treasured because I knew I'd spent a bulk of my allotted money, thrifting money on that one little thing. But I did pick up a few other things, so let me show you what else I picked up. I picked up this. It is Pioneer Woman, and it looks like jadeite, and it's very pretty. And I have some of this same dishes. One of you, my friend Kathy, sent me a set of the dishes. And this is the sugar dispenser. And I bought this to actually use. I don't leave sugar sitting out on the counter. I don't have a lot of space in my kitchen. I don't use sugar a lot. So I have it up in a canister in my cabinet. But once in a while, Scott wants sugar, and he hates having to pull that whole big canister out to get like a teaspoon of sugar out. So I picked this up. It's small, it's pretty, it can sit on my counter, and I will put sugar in it, and then he will have sugar for whenever he uses sugar or needs sugar, and anybody, of course, anybody else in the family who needs sugar can use it as well. And like I said, this is Pioneer Woman, and I don't know what it is at Walmart, like how much it would be retail from Walmart, but I paid $7.50 for it. And I just think it's beautiful. I love the color of it, and I love the design of it. Now this item was cheap. It was only $3.50. It's nothing special. I think it's made out of resin. It's not old or anything, but I just loved it. I love the face, and I love the color. And I have plans down here, right up here. You can't see them from where I'm sitting. I have a whole wall of bookshelves, and they're just an absolute mess. The books are just strung everywhere. They're not in any kind of order. There's a ton of books on there that from when I homeschooled that I don't even need anymore. And I've been wanting to, for almost 2 years now, wanting to go through all those books, reorganize the bookshelves, and straighten everything out and make them look nice. And so I decided that is my goal. Before the winter is over, I want to get that done. And I also want to kind of decorate the shelves so that it's not just books on there, but other things too, to make it look nice. And so my idea for several of the things I purchased today was to kind of hopefully use on the bookshelves when I decorate them, plus use stuff that I already have in my house. But I thought this would be really cute to use on my bookshelves when I decorate them. Hopefully very soon I'm going to get that job done. And that's kind of the same thing behind this basket. It was only $5.50. It's a really nice basket. It's not anything special. It's not a you know, collectible basket. I'm not sure where it came from, but probably Hobby Lobby or something. And it was only $5.50, and I thought it would be really cute to use up on those shelves for organizing, maybe put some books in it, maybe put some decor pieces in it. But anyway, that's why I picked up this basket. I have, over time, since I've been thrifting, I have kind of started to collect little metal bells, like cowbell type bells, that shape. A lot of them I've gotten are miniature ones. I've only got 4 so far, but I guess anything more than 1 or 2, you can consider it a collection. But I saw this little bell, and you can hear it works. It's really has a nice sound to it, and it's got a really pretty design on it. And I only paid, let me see, I only paid $3 for it. I don't pay a lot for the little bells that I get. And it's got all this all these tags and stuff on it that says about it. It's called a sugarcane bell. So it's got a little story on here. This bell was made in India. And I will read this here real quick. For miles, oh, if I can see it, my eyes are not great. For miles, one may ride in a buggy, cart, or car and see the sugarcane swaying in the fields. When the sugarcane is ripe, it is loaded on bullock carts and brought to the sugar mills to be squeezed and converted into granulated sugar. In a city, young and old buy sugarcane and take off the outer sheath with their teeth, chewing the pith for the juice. Juice is also served to the customers in handmade earthen glasses. A boy takes sugarcane and puts it in the squeezer. As he revolves the handle to squeeze the sugarcane for juice, he has a bell tied to it which rings to attract customers for the freshly squeezed nectar. Many farmers squeeze juice in large quantities and heat it in large vats using the dried cane pulp for fuel. A man constantly stirs the juice with a big wooden ladle until it gets very thick. The molten-like substance is known as gur, G-U-R-R. It is poured over woven straw mats and left to dry. The unrefined gur is then cut into small cubes and sold in the village stores. And so this is one of the collector bells of Sarna, sugarcane bell, and it's dated 1932. So this is very old. I am going to take this off of the bell and just set the bell on top of it when I display it. I don't want to lose this information. I'm ringing the bell. I don't want to lose the information, but it's kind of awkward to display it on here. And then this jute cord I'll take off. But I just thought that was really cool. It's a 1932 bell. It's old, and I love that story and the history of the sugarcane. I don't know if you've ever eaten sugarcane. I have. My mother's family grew up in Florida, and one year when we were visiting, I don't know where my grandpa got it, but he got some sugarcane out of a field fresh, and he cut pieces off and gave it to us to chew on. And yeah, that was interesting. I'll never forget that. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, that's the sugarcane bell, and I paid $3 for it. And then the last thing I picked up from Twice Treasured was this little brass duck. I love brass, particularly ducks, and I think I only have brass ducks. But anyways, I like them. I have another set of brass ducks, and I just thought he was really cute. He has a sweet little face, and I paid $7 for him, and I know right where I'm going to put him. He needs to be cleaned up. He's a little bit dirty, but I'll get him cleaned up and placed. If I can place the things that I bought today, I will place them and add that to this video. Some of these things that are going to be used for these bookshelves, obviously I won't be able to put them in place, but anyway, I will share with you what I can at the end of this video. And then after Twice Treasured, we went over to Twice Treasured 2. It's like the daughter store of Twice Treasured. And I picked up a few items in there. Again, some of these items are for these bookshelves, others are not. The first thing I got was this adorable little vintage planter. I love these little planters. I kind of have a very small collection of them. I'm very kind of picky about the ones that I get, but I love this one in the muted colors, and it's just so cute. I loved its little face, and I have a thing for ducks, so he will go on my shelves, or she, it's a little girl duck will go on my shelves up here when I get them done, and I paid $8 for her. I picked up this. I thought this was so neat. I don't know if it was like for a salesman or what this was really for originally, but it's an old sarsaparilla, Old West sarsaparilla, the world's finest soda water. And it looks like it might have held like three bottles, or maybe even 6 bottles, because years ago the bottles of pop were small. But I just thought this was so cute, and it could have been from a salesperson going around and just having like samples of sarsaparilla, but I thought this too would look really cute up on these shelves with some fake greenery in it or something like that. It was regularly $12.50, but everything in this particular booth was 20% off, so I paid $10 for it. The next item is definitely vintage. It's this little duck. I collect little vintage duck figurines. Currently, I cannot put this in its place because my vintage room is still decorated for Christmas. I've got all the rest of the house done, put away, all the Christmases put away, but I have not started in my vintage room yet. That is a goal for this week. I want to get this vintage room de-Christmased and redecorated, and then I can place this duck with the others in my little collection. But I only paid $2.95. These old vintage duck figurines typically don't cost very much, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like to collect them. This is a chicken, and of course I collect chicken figurines as well, and this is cast iron. It is heavy, and it is so neat, and I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. On the tag it said it was just had it labeled as a bird, but this is definitely a chicken. Look at that tail. It's got a comb on its head and the beak, so this will go. I'm not sure where I'll put it, but I will place it somewhere. I've kind of decorated upstairs. A lot of my vignettes upstairs are chicken related right now, so I'll probably find a little place upstairs to tuck this little guy, and I paid $6 for him. So this item, they called it a mini genie lamp, but it actually is a kerosene lamp. You can actually use it. It has a wick. I won't actually use it. I just liked it because you know how I love amber glass, and I loved how vintage it looked, and I can't get the little string off of it right now. I'll have to use scissors. That's why that's still on there. But I just really liked it. I liked the shape of it. I thought it was interesting, and I loved the amber globe. And I think I'm not sure where I'm going to use this, if I'm going to use it upstairs with the rest of my amber glass collection, or if I'll use it on the bookshelves when I get them done. I'm not sure, but I'll probably stick it upstairs with my amber glass collection to start with until I get to working on my bookshelves down here, and if I need it to, you know, use down here, then I can move it. But anyway, I just really liked it, and it was only $5. And then the last thing I picked up was this Pipberry garland. It was $12.95, and that is an excellent price for Pipberry garlands. If you've ever priced them, they are quite expensive. I'm going to use this upstairs in my mouse village. I have a garland up there now that's kind of Christmassy, and I'm going to take that down and I'm going to put this up in its place. I just really liked it. I love that deep purple, not purpley, I don't know what color. It's a deep red, like maroon almost color with the white. I love those. And then the rustic looking rusty stars. It's just very, very rustic and old looking, and I really, really liked it. And I think I said it was $12.95, which is very, very good price for Pipberry garlands. All right, friends, that is it for this, what I've purchased today when we went thrift shopping. I have noticed that prices are definitely going up for things, and it's kind of hard to find anything for less than $5 that's decent. So although I didn't get that much, I spent pretty much all of my budgeted money for thrifting for this month. But that's okay. That's why I save it. I save it and I budget it so that I can use it and spend and buy stuff I want and not feel guilty about it. It's kind of like my hobby. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get these items washed up and placed, those things that I can, and I will show you where I put them. It's actually the next morning. I was going to film where I placed these things last night, but it was already dark outside, and it was so dark in this room, I decided to wait. But it's so gloomy and gray outside that my living room is still kind of dark, so I've got the flash on. I just should have done this last night. But anyway, this is where I put that bell, and you can see right behind it there I have the paperwork that goes with it. Those are 3 of my small bells, and then I've got this larger cowbell over on this side. So I get attracted to things, and I end up making collections out of them. So every one of these bells I got thrifting or garage selling, one or the other. Up here on this shelf is where I put the little brass duck, because here's my other set of brass ducks, and he looks just super cute right there with that trio of ducks. He looks like he's a different breed of duck, but I think they'll still get along. Over here on this shelf above my fireplace, I put that cast iron chicken. He's with a couple other little chickens, and then I've got my swans. I've got that brass swan, and then these swan candlesticks. I put some of these beeswax candles in them, and they're actually too small, so they keep falling over. But I think I'm going to melt some wax and stick them down in there so that they stay put. But I think he looks really cute. That little chicken looks really cute on this shelf. And this is where I have decorated with a lot of my chicken collection. This is a little bit different thing I changed up a little bit, is I put those chickens there. I got those the last time I went thrifting, when we went to that little store, Emily and Ivy. I was gonna go to that store again yesterday, but we just ran out of time. It's such a big thrift store that we're just gonna have to have a dedicated day and just go to that store. We'll probably do that in a couple of weeks. Over here is where I put that Pipberry garland in my mouse village. I just love it. I love Pipberries. They're so country and rustic, and I just love them. And my mouse village is pretty much undecorated for Christmas, although I did remember the other day that I forgot to take these lights off the fence, but I will do that soon. And then down here I've got my wood mouse family, the Royal Doulton, just visiting this family of mice until I get a chance to make them a home. That's where I will keep them. And then the last thing I wanted to show you and where I placed something in this video is my little genie lamp here in my dining room with the rest of my amber glass. And I could have filmed this section or this clip last night because it's my dining room, and my dining room is always nice and bright. My living room, on the other hand, is not. I have the hardest time getting my living room lit up. But anyway, that's where I placed my little genie in the lamp. That's it for this video, friends. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know which was your favorite item that we picked up on this thrifting trip. And we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye, friends.